After the ball is over, after the skein is done, after the die lot's finished, and you are short just one, many a knitter has made a tearful and desperate call, pleading with their local yarn shop, go after that ball.
Hello everybody, welcome to the Pen, Hook, and Needles podcast, episode 555. Today is Monday, May 23rd, 2023. Is it 23rd or 22nd? 22nd. I think what happened was we did a later date, and I had it for Tuesday, even though we podcast Wednesday. Today's the 22nd. Monday, May 22nd, 2023, as we're recording. This is episode 555. My name is Marlecia, also known as Lady Vertico.
And my name is Talia, also known as Franciscan Gypsy.
We want to welcome all new and returning viewers to the Fun in the Woman Cave. If you're new, we're glad you found us. We hope you see something you like and that you will remain with us. If you are returning, we're always glad to have you back. If you are in the shadows, either new or returning, please feel free to join us officially here at YouTube. Just hit the little subscribe button very gently and tap the bell so you can get notifications. You can adjust your notifications to your preferences. When you hit the little bell, you get a drop-down menu so you can determine how often you want to be notified.
If at all.
If at all. And if you want to become more involved with the alongs and things like that, then you need to go to our homepage, which is phmpodcast.freeforums.net, and that's all in the description box below the video. Is that my usual, just everything?
Yeah, sounds like.
Yeah, okay. I guess we go into tea. How many do you have?
Well, presumably I have 4, although I feel like I probably only have 3.
Well, you said presumably 4. I have presumably 3, so you're going to have to go first.
Yeah. In my Keep Calm and Use Your Little Gray Cells One on Me mug is Earl Grey Moonlight, even though in retrospect I should have gone with my Little Gray Cells.
Why?
Because it's matchy-matchy.
Oh, right.
So yeah, that is my tea.
What did you say was again? Little Gray? No, it was what one again?
Earl Grey Moonlight.
Yeah. All right, in my Adagio Owl and Other Forest Creatures Adagio Mug is a blend that was created for me. This lady is super talented and she's super creative, and she made me 2 blends. When she found out I liked owls, she adjusted the picture on my other tin, which you will see later, and she created this one. And it's kind of a Christmassy blend. It's called Marlecia's Owl Be Home for Christmas. She apologized for having to put an X for Christmas. She couldn't fit the whole word. So I'm not offended because she didn't mean to do it. But can you see the owl? I think the snowy
she meant
owl.
to do it, but she didn't want to do it.
She didn't want to do it, yeah.
It didn't just accidentally.
Well,
oops.
no, but what I meant was
That's
she
funny.
didn't mean to do it. She didn't intend to.
Yeah.
So that's this particular one. And this is the first time I've tasted it. She asked me, I've been tasting her blends, and then with our celebrating Mother's Day this past Sunday, instead of last Sunday, because of Venus' birthday, I was drinking a Mother's Day blend that someone else had made for their mother, and I was drinking that on Sunday and Saturday, so I hadn't had a chance to taste my blends yet. So I thought I'd do it on the podcast. Mm-hmm. And this is really good. It's very reminiscent of Christmas and winter. It's got that kind of spice too. It's got chocolate. I can taste some cranberries, I think, and citrus, and definitely spices. It's good. It's not a chai. Do you want to taste? Oh, wait a minute. There might be pura is not a chai. Mm-hmm. You want to taste it?
I make a try. I don't generally like very spicy tea.
Yeah. And it's not overly spicy, but it has a Christmas vibe to it.
Well, you and I have different definitions of spicy.
Well, I like cinnamon slaps you in the face sometimes. So.
Yep.
And you'll be able to tell me if that's actually got a chai in it. I can't remember.
If there is a chai, it's not coming to the forefront. I mostly taste the cranberries and the spice at the forefront.
Yeah, and the puras in here, which is I found that I like oolongs and puras the best, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And honeybush. So that's my tea. Okay. Before we go into the alongs, I do want to, I told you I had pulled for prizes, and I spoke to the person I need to speak to, Rena, and she is providing both prizes for this. So don't contact me or Talia with the prizes. If you want a prize, contact Rena and she'll send it to you. She's been extremely generous and she's giving you guys yarn, okay? I don't have pictures because one thread got deleted and I haven't seen the other one yet, so it'll be a surprise, but it'll be a great surprise, okay? The winners for the spring along, I'm calling it spring along, you guys know what it is. It's the celebrating spring, Passover, and Easter. Next time if we do this, it'll be the spring mal. It's easier to say. I just think about it. Okay. The winners are Jody and Patty, who is Wombat of Doom. So Jody Jodidiah and Patty Wombat of Doom. Please contact Rena. Say that you won the celebrating spring, Passover, and Easter mal. Okay. She celebrating spring, Passover, and Easter mal. You won yarn from Rena. So you need to contact her, tell her that you won the spring, Passover, and Easter mal, and that and then she'll tell you that she needs your address, okay? And yeah, congratulations, and thank you to everybody who has participated, and thank you, Rena, for your extreme generosity. We're very appreciative of it. All right, now.
I said just indeed.
Okay. The alongs that we are currently doing, I need a drink. And I may have to stop because my jaw, I can tell you more later, but my jaw is still bothering me, and sometimes I have to stop and get a drink or something. You know,
There might be a little weather coming in.
Well, it feels squishy now. You know, it makes noises that are kind of like, if you were to press on something that had like liquid in it, you might, I can't, I'm more visual, where it's like, it feels like you're squishing something. At least it's not hurting like it was before.
Well, that's good.
But that has its own time. Okay. But anyway, I just wanted to explain. That's a long way of explaining why I might have to stop. PHN Movie Night Make Along. This is a year-long along, and we are almost through the second quarter. It runs January 1st through December 31st of this year, so January 1st of 2024 we're finished. Projects must be knit, loom knit, or crocheted, woven or paper crafts such as journaling, origami, card making, and the like. Even artwork. I mean, we don't care as long as it sticks to the theme. The hashtag is PHN Movie Night 2023 on Instagram, and the featured yarns and patterns are anything by Lady Fernico Creations, anything by Franciscan Gypsy Designs, and anything by Lollipop Girl Creations. That fits the theme. Okay, these things are eligible for 2 chances at a prize for the FO only. If you use one of the featured items, if you use 2 of the featured items, you get 2 chances at a prize. Wait a minute. 1 chance is normal. 2 chances if you use one featured object, pattern or whatever. And if you use a featured yarn and a featured pattern, then you get 3 chances at a prize. You are responsible for your own multiple postings. And in case that's too garbled, it's in the thread. Okay. The Autism Awareness Make-Along is also going strong, and this ends at the end of June. Is that right? April, May, June. Yeah, the end of June. So July 1st, it's done. And this is basically, you know, to foster autism awareness through using bright colors. And you guys, we pepper you with autism stuff all year round, so we're not going to probably do anything specific, except that the color is to make you more aware and mindful of the people who are on that spectrum, and maybe think about helping them if you can, if you come across that. The hashtag is PHNAA 2023 on Instagram. Everything has to be extremely bright colored. The featured yarns and featured patterns are the same, with the addition of 10 Hours or Less, who is George, his Braid It Bright cowl that he developed for us. I think it was our first autism awareness, wasn't it? And
second? I
don't know. And then A Modest Creation, her weighted teddy bear and lapghan, which she also developed for our autism awareness. So, and they did it on separate years, so I'm not sure when it was, but they're both featured, and they will remain featured for this along because we really appreciated their help in that way. Again, the featured patterns, the featured yarns, and multiple postings are the same as I mentioned before. It's in the thread. We do have a prize that is not of our are giving. This is something from Pat, who is Looney Hiker. She has several very nice patterns available, and one of the winners will be able to pick one of her patterns, and she will get that to you. So we're appreciative of Pat's generosity as well. Thank you very much. We can't do these alongs without your generosity, so we're very appreciative for your help in those ways, okay? Okay, I did that already. Okay, so we're into our projects and stuff. I'm not going to start talking about the next along because I have to look to see what. Did you drop a stitch?
Yes.
Oh.
It let her down.
We have to, I guess in a little while, maybe next, well, no, we have a month, right? June. Okay, so we don't have to talk about the upcoming alongs. I have to figure out what that is. I have to go back and look. I think it's not the toy along yet. I think it's...
toy along's in December.
Yes, it's not December. It's September.
You know what I mean.
Or October, November, December. I forget what the one in the middle is. I can't believe we're already looking at that anyway.
That would be the dysautonomia and...
Yes, dysautonomia
cardiac.
and... No, we changed it to dysautonomia and arthritis.
We kept cardiac in there.
Oh, did we?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Because we weren't going to get rid of something so important.
So that would be the dysautonomia, cardiac, and arthritis. You know,
cardiac, if anything didn't move, is going to be the one that stayed because that one affects so many average everyday people.
Okay, so we're waiting for Talia to do her thing.
Okay, I think I rescued all those stitches. So in my drawstring, little skein in a big wool bag, with the pictures of Velveteen Rabbit on it.
Sorry, guys.
I am making I think this one's vanilla. Let's see. This is the Vanilla Cream Socks by K.F. Jones, Baker Bear fame. I am using Lollipop Girl Yarns, changing over to Lollipop Girl Creations soon if she's not already done so.
I think she has her new website, but
this project is, or this yarn is called Filingling by the Pool, and it comes with a pink one that's called Highlighter and the yellow one, I forget what that's called, and they're supposed to be heels and heels and toes. I'm currently using the yellow as heels and toes, and then I'll switch over to the pink one. And I'll show you in a second. It's just a lot of stockinette around. Which is good if you just want to knit and not think about it unless you drop a stitch. Then you have to think about it ever so slightly. Alrighty, 4 stitches to go. And I don't think this one had a ton of work on it. It might have just been on the podcast. If at all.
that's really pretty.
Yeah, this is a really nice yarn. And I look forward to seeing
Little tiny mini stripes.
how different the what will come out differently with the pink in heels and toes.
Right.
They'll be fraternal.
I'm surprised you didn't do like the heels.
I did that for a different pair of socks. I wanted different this time.
Yeah.
I didn't want to do the same thing twice. This time I want it full on one side and full on the other. But yeah, that's it. That's the first sock, so.
Okay.
Your turn.
Alright, in my Knitting's My Bag, Angel's Bag, it's one of my oldest bags, is my Film Noir Shawl project from the Scrap Shawl pattern by Anastasia Sattel. And I'm using various yarns, mostly Miss Babs and Dragonfly Fibers. Let's see if I can clip this here. And I didn't really work on this except on the podcast, so I didn't do a whole lot of work on it. I've been focusing on something else, so. But it is here, and I did work on it, so you're going to get to see it. Because if I just did the things that I worked a lot on, you'd only see one project. So, I like the way it's turning out. I'm really happy with that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, so that takes care of that. And I did a whole, maybe 5 stitches while we're... You may get to see 5 stitches next week. We'll see.
So next for me, again, I'm not sure how much I actually worked on this. In my Silver Shed USA Rebel Scum bag. These are my TARDIS socks. The yarn is Wild Hair, and the colorway is Time Machine. This is the first sock. It's Not Just Boring Boot Socks pattern by Corinne Walcher.
Very
and
pretty.
yeah,
That one spirals.
yes, it does. It's just a nice pair of socks. It's a heavier weight. And yeah, I'm just trying to get socks off the needles.
Right.
I don't have quite so many on the nails.
In my 10-year Podiversary bag is my baby blanket. It's the Strawberry Shortcake baby blanket. I keep catching this on something. I wonder if there's some yarn under there. There we go. Yeah, okay, it's a tail. So this, I know, just got a little bit of work on the podcast. I'm not even sure where my hook is. It's in here somewhere. Oh, there it is. Okay, so this is the yarn. It's ice yarn, and I believe it's a worsted. It's either a worsted or a DK. I don't remember. I think it's a worsted, though. It looks pretty thick. And this yarn is really nice to work with in terms of feel on your hands. Not so nice if you happen to have the misfortune of making a mistake. It does tend to stick to itself. But there are ways to
Unstick.
work around it. You just have to be a little creative. And hope that you didn't get too far before, you noticed that the mistake was there. It's got kind of like a halo to it, which is why I think it's so sticky, which I find unusual for an acrylic yarn. I'm not sure what they have in here that is fuzzy, but so you can see it hasn't grown too much, but it is very. Whoops, let's get this. It's distracting. Just have to weave that in, but there, it's not across the whole thing. There you go. I like the way the colors play out. It kind of reminds me of a sunset. Not quite, but enough that it does kind of remind me of a sunset with the colors and things like that. I think it's the sunset that has more of the purples and pinks, or is it the sunrise? One of them has
I don't know, Mom. I haven't seen either in a long time.
One of them has more oranges and one of them has more pinks. I always get mixed up which ones are which. But so yeah, this is a lot of fun to work. And honestly, this time around, all I have is crochet. I didn't do any knitting. I meant to, but I didn't get around to it. So, okay, go ahead.
Okay, so in my Ploverbird Green Turtles bag, this is
It's cute turtles.
my crunkled spring socks. So this is the crunkled sock pattern by KF Jones. I'm using West Yorkshire spinners. The main colorway is spring green, and then the heels and toes is chocolate lime.
It's all matchy.
And yeah, this is just one that I've enjoyed working.
Very pretty. I like the texture of it.
I really love the texture combined with the color.
It looks like puffed sleeves. Puffed. Like those bee blankets. What is it called?
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
puffed
They're
bees.
just called bee.
Bee something. Beekeepers.
Yeah, beekeepers.
Yeah.
But yeah, not a whole lot to show there since it's just one sock. I should be looking pretty soon.
Excuse me.
Sorry. At heel flap and all that. So next step pretty soon.
Yeah. Let me just go ahead and hopefully once I get finished with my my other project, the one that's taking all my time up, I'll be able to make this a little more interesting on my end at least, instead of just having one project all the time to show. I need to start doing like we used to do, where you have a marker to show how far you've got, so at least they can get an idea of, yeah, we're not just doing 2 stitches on the podcast, putting it aside, and then not doing anything else.
Counts regardless. Your turn.
I know, but it's boring. I need to get a drink. Okay. Okay, the other one is my To Have and To Hold Afghan. This is a wedding gift for a friend of mine. Actually, closer to being a brother than a friend. And this is for him and his wife. Well, his soon-to-be wife. They're getting married in September. Here we go.
And my part of their wedding gift is done.
Yeah.
Finally.
Okay, so here you can see it's really grown. You can't even see the bottom here. It's just...
I'm not trying to... I'm trying to move it more towards my side. There we go.
I can't... Ouch.
Sorry.
This is... I've added, I think, either 1 or 2 balls of yarn since last time. I can't remember. I know I just added 1. I think I've added 2 balls. So this is growing quickly. It is in my Lady Furnicle Creations Bare Necessities colorway because I wanted something classic for this. I want this tea to be back a little bit while I'm talking about this. I don't want to spill it on here. So I'm hoping that I can have this done relatively quickly. I'd like to have it so I can just put it aside. Maybe I can think about making a pillow, but if not, I just want to have this done.
Right.
You know, I don't know exactly where I can find tissue paper large enough to wrap this with. I'm sure they have it because I see it. Stores use it all the time.
Right.
I guess
I'm
I have
sure
to.
if you look online for large tissue paper.
Yeah, I think I'll have to see how big it'll be when I fold it,
Mm-hmm.
and then go from there.
Mm-hmm.
See here. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about this. The bag that it's in, I had to switch out of my Stitch by Mimi's bag, as I said I would, because it wouldn't fit anymore. It's now in my bag that Laura Concert made for me. It's a PHN Marlisha bag, and on the back it has Knit Nerd. So that's Laura's gift to me. I do use it. I love it. She told me, I can use it because if it gets ruined, I can get another one. It's not like I don't know the person who made it. So I appreciate that. So I really love this bag. My husband was very impressed by this when she gave these to us.
Yes.
So, yeah. That takes care of that.
Okay, my final project is in my Snoopy Christmas bag. And here is my Eleanor Crosses. This pattern is available on Patreon. I've been meaning to put it up on the Etsy shop, just haven't gotten around to it. First sock has been done for a while, pre-surgery.
Looks really pretty tight.
Thank you. There's the crosses, kind of.
That
Oh, I never turned on the light behind.
Oh, well.
It's fine.
It is what it is. They get us as we are.
But
We will try to remember next time. We're just lucky I remember the overhead. It'd be really dark in here.
well, I would have remembered that. And then here's the one in progress. So yeah, I need to finish these so that way, yeah, I actually have this done.
This is stuck. This is stuck on it. There we go. I just need to finish this stitch because, I have this thing about I need to be where I feel like it's safe to stop.
Mm-hmm.
So we're just...
No FOs for me, no graphic novel. I have been out of it all week.
Mm-hmm.
The whole reason why we recorded so late last week.
Yeah. Let me just finish this stitch and I will be able to talk about my stuff. Because I don't have any graphic novel or finished objects either. But I have a lot of other stuff because we celebrated Mother's Day a week late so that Davina could have her birthday dedicated to her birthday and not split with my Mother's Day. It's important to her, even though she was willing to, do the other way around. It's important to her. So,
Right.
And that's a big step forward for her to be willing to do that.
Right.
So, let me just. I do have some stuff for the shop. To the person who said that the yarns, a couple of my yarns I showed, I think 1 or 2 weeks back, reminded her of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. They are Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle colorways. One is TMNT, Donnie and Donatello and Michelangelo, or Donnie and Mike, I'm not sure which, and TMNT, Donnie or Donatello and Raphael, or Raph. depending on how, because poor Leo didn't get represented in that.
Yep.
But that's what I am going to call them. So thank you for the name, for the idea for the name, because I had no idea what I was going to call those. I did have some new colorways because I'm trying to get rid of the dye stock that I have from the very nice lady who did the special order that got those yarns to come into being. So this is called Blood Orange. Oh, I can't take this off like this. Let me just do it this way. Okay. Because they're two different weights. I have a fingering sock and a, I don't know if that's showing up as well. This is Blood Orange, and on my screen over here it just looks like two shades of orange, but up there it looks more like the Blood Orange, I think.
I can't help you there because my glasses are amber.
So I don't know if you can tell the difference. I can see the difference here. So the inspiration for this was a Blood Orange. The first time I had one of these was when we were in Italy, and it was red, and I'm like, what's wrong with this orange? Why is it red inside? So this is Blood Orange. I have a DK and a fingering sock in this color. I can repeat it, so that's not a problem if anybody likes this. And I'm hoping that I still have, I want to try one more colorway and see how that turns out. Maybe two, and then I'm going to get to dyeing yarn that I want to dye up for, established colorways or go into new colorways. Ty, are you sleeping?
Not fully sleeping.
Okay, I really don't like to feel like I'm boring people. I was going to show my stash enhancements, but I don't think I'm going to.
Well, it doesn't matter if I'm...
No, I don't like having someone sleeping next to me when I'm talking. It makes me feel like I'm boring them, and I don't want to do that. So,
well, let me try hanging it. Okay.
Let's see here. Let me just... There it is. Okay. Okay. I'll just show you a few things. I got that was spoiled rotten. I won't show you my rock tumbler that my husband got me. It was a surprise gift. He thought I might want it. I've loved rocks since I can remember, and I used to have a rock tumbler when I was a kid, but one of those children's ones. Mm-hmm. So he got me one as a surprise gift, thinking he would have to send it back. Well, I told him he's not getting it back. It's mine. So I'm looking forward to that.
I don't think he really thought you were going to send it back.
He did. He wasn't sure would like it. Mm-hmm. He got me, I needed aprons. So, because the one Taya got me from New York is torn, and I'm going to sew it, and I'm going to wash it, and I'm going to put it away because it's full of M&Ms, which my husband and I are M&M. So, I'm going to put it away where it can be kept safe. But this one he got is just for my dyeing. My yarn dyeing is doing the keep saying. So it's just a plain, very strong apron. And then he got me these. This was in a pack. He thought there were 2 in it, but it was 3. Can you see the different fabrics there?
It's a very heavy duty.
It's a very heavy duty canvas. Davina got me this little box. And inside of it, this little drawer here. It's going to hold one of my rosaries in the front room. Can you read what that says? It says, owl. I can't read it. Owl.
I'll be back.
I'll always love you, Mom. So, I think that's adorable. That's from Davina.
Yes.
And
it smells good.
Yeah, it does.
I don't know what kind of wood they used.
I don't know. Not any particular, I don't think. Taya got me this. It's a vintage jacket. I have a wolf one. Some of you have seen me with the wolf one if you've been with us for a while. When I was writing, I have a character that's a winged wolf. So Taya got me a wolf.
Many eons ago.
This one is the owls. And this is vintage, which I guess means it was pre-owned.
Yes.
And it's big on me, which is I like because it's comfortable and it goes down to my... I was going like this with it yesterday. Just think of what I do with my little turtle. I got several books. I got some sweaters that I needed. My husband spoils me, and my daughter spoiled me. So Taya got me this as a joke gift, but I will probably use it. It's a mug. My husband saw it and said, "Why do you need another mug?" Owl will be back. Apparently the owl is the Terminator. So I think that's really cute. I'll probably use that next time. I just don't know how much it takes. I needed to try this tea, and I didn't want to have to fiddle with the amounts. So the last thing I'll show you, because Ty's falling asleep on me, and you'll probably believe that you can't see it all anyway. Okay, I got these blends.
I'm still there.
This one was gifted to me. The sweetest thing the lady said to me was so sweet about this, and she gifted this to me. And I always feel like when people say things like that I have to do better to live up to it. It's called Okito Avenue, and so she just gifted it to me because she said gave me a compliment and she gave me that, so it's very nice of her. This one is the Cozy Chai, and this is the same person who made my tea. And this is the other one she made for me. Now, this, I got it before she changed the artwork. Now it has an owl on the mug. So I'm gonna have to get another one just to get that particular tin.
Right.
And then this one, is a bunny tea, which I actually got for Talia.
Oh, thank you.
But I want to taste it. So
yeah, for sure.
So that one is there.
And I'm assuming I can look it up to see.
Oh yeah, it's on the thing. And then I had, I'm not sure if this one came for free. It's Earl Grey Supreme.
It doesn't seem like something you'd pick up.
I think that I got this for free because my order was so much. Talia will probably end up with this.
Yeah, because you don't usually pick up Earl Greys because you have issues with
I'll
them.
taste it later.
Okay.
Then these are two of mine. This is South of the Border that I did, kind of in homage to Mexican hot chocolate, even though I've never had it. It's very cinnamon forward, but I like it. And this one, I created this as an homage to a blend that I saw elsewhere, and they gave me ingredients. I didn't know the percentages. I couldn't find some of the ingredients, so I played around with it. And this is called a spot of mott and a little chocolate. So it's a picture I took when we were in California. So it's a spot of mott and a little chocolate. So I've been waiting for this one because I really liked it when I tasted it. So these have to go in their tins. I couldn't do it until I showed it on the podcast, and I couldn't open it until Mother's Day because this was part of my Mother's Day gift. So this stayed in the box. So yeah, so that takes care of that. This has got yerba mate and toasted mate and a couple other things in here. So it has a really nice chocolate flavor to it. Yes, that takes care of that. I have, like I said, I've got books, I've got movies, clothing. We don't do things by halves here. So let's see if there's one book or so I can show you. My husband was really proud of himself. He got this book for me. It was not on my list. No, that's not it. Oh, I guess it must be his ebook. It's about reading your way to heaven. So I'm looking forward to that. I didn't remember asking for this one, but I went back and looked so I could take the things off my list that he got me. And this looks really interesting. It's by Augustin Michel Lemonnier. Light Over the Scaffold, Prison Letters of Jacques Fesch, and Cell 18, Unedited Letters of Jacques Fesch. So I guess this is somebody who was in prison for some reason. I know that I knew what it was when I put it on the list. I just don't remember. And the other book that I'll show you, and then we can close, is Insinu Jesu. One of our apps, the ladies on that podcast, they keep mentioning this book, and I've seen it pop up in many different places. And I've wanted this for a while. And this is also day by day kind of thing, so you don't have to read a whole bunch at a time.
Right.
So that's really good. I can't read anything that requires a lot of attention. And I was going to show you this, so taste of home. That's it.
Make sure you show everything you want to show.
No, that's okay. I would have to dig around. I think I showed everything of import. I didn't want to take the rock tumbler out, which I already showed. The only thing I can say is that this particular sweater, I know somebody said I looked really good in red, so my husband got me a red one, as well as a charcoal gray. So I wish I had it in green. He got me a different shirt that's in green, but it's almost the slate green.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so that's basically that. I think we have a Zoom this week, is it?
We do. And it's a normal time. It's around
10:30 or
10. Yeah, it's 10.
10:30-ish?
Yeah. Yeah, 10:30 on Friday.
Mm-hmm.
So we look forward to seeing you then.
And we should still have the podcast on Monday. I think we have to because I think I have spiritual direction on Tuesday. I think. I have to check. We will try for Monday. We will keep you posted if that changes.
Right.
I know these are really short, but Taya is very difficult to keep her awake for any length of time.
Well, Mondays are hard.
Well, any day is hard.
But Mondays in particular because I had Sunday the day before.
Yeah. And I did want to talk about the fact that, and then we do have to go, because I had a very nice set of meals. My husband and Davina took me out to Chinese on Saturday, and then Talia made me breakfast, a crock pot breakfast of eggs and hash browns and Canadian bacon?
Tater tots and Canadian bacon.
What did I say?
Hash browns.
Oh, okay. And then my husband helped Davina to make me a chicken a la frugal gourmet with parsley and stuffed with parsley and with and peas to the side and homemade egg bread. And then my husband made, I only get this twice a year if I'm lucky because it's expensive to eat in terms of calories and it's time consuming to make, but it's a caramel apple pie, and his crust and his pie is absolutely to die for. So I had that. Even he liked it. He had a huge piece. So yeah, so we had a nice Mother's Day kind of thing yesterday. I think that's basically it. I mean, we have things that have to do with health and stuff like that, but I don't think we're gonna be able to get through that right now. We do want to thank everybody for joining us. Want to thank everybody who commented. I think I answered everybody. Want to thank Rena again for her donations for the spring cow, the Easter Passover spring cow. Jody and Patty, please get in touch with Rena. Tell her you won, and she'll send what you won. Okay. We want to wish you all a very wonderful, blessed week full of knitting and crocheting and whatever it is that makes your heart happy. This is the Pen Hooking Needles podcast episode. I wrote it down. Where did I write it down?
5:55.
Okay, 5:55, I think. And that's a wrap.
Bye.